My name is Lisa. I have been a therapist for a very long time. My story is kind of a long story of how I became to be a therapist and get my own private practice. I became a therapist when I had some stress and challenges in my own life. And so when I was 27, I found myself a single mom. It led me to change my whole entire life. And at the time, that's when I started going to therapy myself. And I don't know, it just was a calling, honestly. Like, I just kind of had that thought in my head, like, this is really what you should be doing. My personal philosophy on therapy is that my job is to help a client live their life when they're not with me. And I see a client about an hour a week, maybe every other week. And there's a lot of hours in between that time. And I hope that when my clients leave my office, they have better skills and knowledge of their own life and how to handle challenges that might arise. I think people avoid therapy sometimes because they don't understand what it is. I think people avoid therapy because sometimes it's not easy and you have to challenge yourself to maybe change your perspective, change what you maybe hold true, and that is not always easy. I would tell someone who's considering therapy that they owe it to themselves, that they are worth it, and even if it feels hard, to get through to the other side of whatever they're struggling with will help them. I get to be witness to people who just are like amazing. And I learned so much about different people that when they sit down in my room, I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I getting myself into here? And then literally I get to know the person and they just surprise me. People always surprise me with their challenges and how they've come to them and their ways of looking at things. And, so that's why I do it, because I get to be witness to that and to be witness to people making changes, real concrete changes in their life. I think everyone could use therapy. And I think that, of course, spoken as a therapist, that sounds self-serving, but I think that you owe it to yourself to look into what's going on in your life. And there's more than one way to do things. And if you're just in your own head trying to solve your own problems, it doesn't usually work. I think a smarter person than me said that, you can't solve a problem with the brain that got you into the problem.